Good afternoon, everyone. Magandang lunchtime po to each and every one of you here in Brewing Live. Today is a beautiful Tuesday, and I hope that you're having, a beautiful day. You've started Tuesday beautifully. So, welcome to Brewing Live, episode 1147. Thank you for joining me today. Brewing Live is a community service and it's a community initiative by Decaf Coffee Republic aimed at enriching your digital experience with impactful insight that foster growth through the platform of life coaching. In collaboration with Life Coach Philippines International, we are committed to brewing mental fitness and nurturing holistic mental health one episode at a time. Shout out po to all our Save One coaching community and fellow kindred coaches. So I have here already in the space Coach Lynn Garcia, yung aming pong very precious uh, very precious coach, no, precious po sa akin dahil tumutulong po siya sa akin sa aking digital real estate journey and many other more. So shout out to Coach Lynn, no, first honor siya ngayon dito, so thank you so much Coach Lynn. So hello, Master Coach A. Thank you so much for hopping in with me. And of course, Master Coach Jasmine. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Several years back, I was a nurse leader. I was a nurse leader who led 140 nurses, and I was fine with my job, doing okay. I was comfortable. But all of a sudden in 2013, Typhoon Yolanda came and I lost everything, job, possession, and all the perks that comes along with it. For 2 years, I did something. I worked. I am one person who have really been used to working. Since after graduating from college, I was already doing nursing. Now, that's a career I chose. The career I chose, which my with my mother's consent. So for 2 years, I tried to fit in. After Typhoon Yolanda, I became part of the rehabilitation team of the hospital I was working in, and I tried to fit in to whatever assignment I will be given. I became an assistant. I became a personal how do you call it, personal supervisor for people who were working at the time in the rehabilitation. Anything that was presented to me soon after Typhoon Yolanda, I believe I didn't have the choice at the time, so I worked on it. But later on, I felt it in my heart that I needed to move forward. I needed to do something new. And but what will it be? I didn't know. I For 22 years I worked as a nurse, and that's what I know. That's the world I know. But after I tendered my resignation as a member of the rehabilitation team, with the assurance from my husband that he's going to be taking care of me and I needed to rest if I needed to rest, I was just at home and I wanted to, I as a person who have worked, as a person who have been working, I knew that this is not for me. Like, it's not for me to really be just simply staying at home. Well, I finished all the teleserye at the time, but I knew that I needed to really move. No? So, well, the first thing I did was, at the time I wanted to manage my weight because of the stress, I really like ballooned to my biggest weight. So I decided to move to put in some routine practice that was no longer present, because the routine that I had before no longer applied to this one. So I went into Zumba, and then from then on I got introduced to wellness coaching. And from wellness coaching, with the many people I've met, I learned I needed a new skill. So I went into life coaching. And before even life coaching, I had already this beautiful insight that I want to become an entrepreneur, and I want to maximize being my own boss, being my own person who will take the shot. And from that, you know, from that beautiful insight, I am now an owner of a hub. a hub where transformation happens, and a hub who have witnessed beautiful transformation and transition of people. That's what I have have experienced and am experiencing right now. So if this is the first time you're seeing me and you're not familiar with me, I'm Life Coach Marife, and I'm a CACC Life Coach from Life Coach Philippines International. I'm also a mental health coach as well. I'm a coaching entrepreneur, shifting from being a nurse. I am a mom of three adults, and I'm a passionate advocate on mental health through mindful parenting. I believe mental health begins at home, and it can also end at home. That's the very reason why I created my nth attempt to parenthood, a coaching community that seeks to empower every parent to take a stand in mental health for themselves and their children. And I've decided also another step up that I did is I was able to publish a book last year, and I'm hoping, Coach Lynn, kaway kaway, no, I'm hoping that another one will come out. No, will come out at someday, soon, soon. No, it's not someday, but soon. And because I believe that mental health begins at home, I needed to reach out to parents on a on a wider scale. So I decided to become a digital asset investor, digital real estate of parenting features. So if you're one person, you are a parent, or you're someday aiming to become a parent and you want to prepare yourself, I encourage you to drop by www.parentingfeature.com, and you will really read a lot of something that, I when I read it, I said I should have read this long time ago. But anyway, wala naman pong huli, so you gotta catch up with it. So if you're one parent, encouraging you, there will be a lot of insights that you will be getting from www.parentingfeature.com. So hop in there, no? So um, this is basically a digital asset that will desires to help parents to learn, be educated, so that they become better in their parenting role, and so that they can nurture best their children, no, to mental fitness. That's the aim, no, for to see mentally fit generation coming into leadership, especially in our country. And for today's conversation, I want to be exploring with you insight mental model. This is something that I have, the first time that this was taught, and I've heard of this with Pastor Coach A, it really gave me so much aha moments, because I knew that I have experienced it. Hindi ko lang po siya napangalanan. And if you're one person who have yet to visit our coaching hub, DCAP Coffee Republic is conveniently located inside Pioneer Center compound and Pioneer Road, corner Brixtons and United Street, Capitolio, Pasig City. I'm pretty sure a lot of insights will be birthed in there if you come into that safe space. We are open daily from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m., ready to keep you hashtag up all night. To avail of the complimentary coaching sessions, connect with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661, or comment interested right now. So if you're just hopping in or you're watching this on a replay, and this is the first time you're seeing here, welcome to the second fastest growing industry in the world today. And you are now watching life coaching. No, this you are not doing. We're all life coaches. So this August, we dedicate our conversation to the exploration and understanding of mental models. Each episode delves into the significance of these models, showcasing how they can be utilized in specific situations to inspire new thoughts, facilitate better decisions, and prompt smarter actions. So don't keep this conversation a secret. Tag your friends. Do tag your friends and circulate the link of this live to people who matters most to you. Sharing is caring. No? So ako po ay nurse, kaya alam ko pong sharing is caring. Why mental model matters? Maybe it's the first time you're hearing this word. A mental model is a conceptual framework that explains how something works. It helps you interpret, no? It helps you interpret the world and understanding relationships. And basically, these models are deeply ingrained beliefs about how the world functions and have been studied academically since the 1940s. A quick search on Google Scholar for mental model will yield nearly 200,000 studies utilizing this term. I've just been into the mental model masterclass of Master Coach A under B Learning Society. Um, 2 years, I think, more roughly like more than 2 years, and this has really helped me a lot. So if you're one person listening to me right now and you wanted to learn so much more of how you can really improve yourself, make better decision, connect with Coach Rezzhel 0917-586-1661 so that you can join the upcoming class that we will be having this August. Now, it is important for you to understand that when you called about mental models, this is building a base of the most knowledge that you building a base of valuable and universal mental models that can be your trunk, no, a trunk of knowledge that you can draw throughout your life. So kung kailangan mo, kukunin mo lang, no, that's why it's called a trunk, no. So the true value of mental models comes from the application in specific situations. So it is given to you, you chew it, you reflect on it, and you experiment on it, you apply it. No, kasi yun lang po, yung ma-experience mo siya when you truly apply it in specific situation, enabling you to think innovatively, make informed decisions, and act more intelligently. So as we embark on today's journey, I invite you to open your mind to learning. The key insight from this episode, no, get that, gain actionable strategies, and remember that giving is a hallmark of empowered individuals. So if you're blessed with the conversation, especially if you've been here and you've been learning, no, your generosity supports the advancement of a mentally fit generation. The goal is basically to create a mentally fit home so that we can nurture ourselves to mental fitness, especially the young generation. So if you have that in your heart, your desire to be part of what we do, no, especially our goal to create, to really facilitate a mentally fit generation, you can click the link of the account of PayPal found in the video and the caption of this video. No, so you can click in there, and or you may join us in our mental model masterclass by Master Coach A. So ready to connect now with Coach Rezzhel, no? So hello, kindred coaches in the house. Coach Candy Tang, thank you so much for hopping in. Coach Rinaldo from Life Coach Philippines Eastern Visayas, kindly tag also other coaches of Eastern Visayas, Life Coach Philippines, Coach Darbel, Coach Colleen, Coach Nords, we have Coach Orville. Uh, Thank you so much for joining me. So today, I'm going to be, as I've said, I'm going to be sharing about Insight Mental Model. A quote by Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. says, "A moment's insight is sometimes a worth life's experience." A moment's insight sometimes worth a life experience. And I remember having this thought in my mind at the time, and I was just reflecting. I was just at home. I was just doing the ordinary things. Well, I became a housewife at that time, no, when I didn't have a job, when I lost my job to Typhoon Yolanda. I had lots of time to really reflect. So it's not a waste of time because I was able to reflect. And an insight came in and dawned on me that I wanted really to be able to give still back. I want to be able to contribute to society. I want to continue sending my scholars. I had several scholars in Mindanao. So I wanted to be able to send. So I want to be able to find a job, but I want to be able also at the same time to lose weight. And so I prayed hard on it. And I exposed myself and did a lot of experimentation until somebody saw me and brought me to a hub for wellness. But from that, no, when you talk about mental model, insight mental model, so again, that experience is an insight that came up to me. But when we say insight, we refer to realizations we often related to our relationship or personal lives. Like, di ba, when you think about insight, you'd think of something dawned on you, something na naisip mo, something na naalala mo, something that a new idea that excites you probably. So those are your aha moments. But insights are great, but what we focus on when we talk now of insight mental model is the market based insight, where market is about building products, services, art, or ideas that people give their way give their money or attention to. And I hope the coaches will come in. Coach Paz Iris is here. We just had a conversation of an insight that I shared to them yesterday, how we're going to expand ourselves and the services that we're giving. I hope Coach Dockerman comes in as well. So when you talk about insight, this is not just simply, ganun lang siya, no? It is basically, the formula is useful. You thought of something useful plus rare. It's rare, and it results, or the total leads you to value. That means it is something that is a value to the community. It is something that will make lives better for the people in your space and for you as well. So when you talk about rare, no, when you talk about useful, rare, and you think about value, all of them are essentially saying the same thing. Useful and rare trumps useful but common every time. No? Bakit siya rare plus useful plus rare equals value? Because there are actually so many things that are useful and rare, but common every time. No? Useful but common every time. What we're trying to say is, you think of something that is useful and rare but can be useful every time. No? Because there's a lot of invention, there's a lot of systems that has, people, men are created to be really sharp in mind, and we are all created for a certain purpose, and we get all of these things, some insights, because we are basically created to create, just like the blueprint that we have with God. God is a creator God. That's why we can create. So Master Coach Smith says, make lives better for the people in your space by giving value. Agree, Master Coach Smith. So you have to be able, when you think about insight mental model, and when you think about insight, it means useful and rare, but can be used commonly every time. So how do we develop rare and useful insights? How do we do this? The first thing that we need is a model of insight, no? And interestingly, most people have not actually taken the time to develop model of insight and then conscientiously test it in the real world and improve it over time. Hindi po kasi, pag pumapasok, I was just having a conversation yesterday with Coach Pasairis and Coach Doc Herman, that there's an idea that you wanted and you want to be compassionate. I mean, you become passionate about it, you tell it to people, but all of a sudden, the people you're talking to, if they're not the right space, would not have the same energy as you. Or minsan naman, nakuha mo yung insight, you have that very strong emotion in you, you want to really like level it up, papasok yung limiting beliefs mo, babarilin siya, so hindi ka na makagalaw. So it is important to really come into a space of recognizing that you are actually basically created with all the potential, and time again, these insights will come. Now, Thomas Edison, for example, like really did a lot of research. 5 million journal pages. Researchers yan. No, researchers also worked on these papers in these journal pages of Thomas Edison. They look into the pattern, of how he does things. You can almost think about the journal pages just like Thomas Edison leaves behind a fossil record, of understanding the evolution of physical life. So marami pong bumusisi doon sa work ni Thomas Edison. Now, these journals help us in understanding the evolution of people's ideas. It's as interesting actually that those who studied came up with really certain principles which led them to creativity. When you deeply research on highly creative people, especially if you got that idea, you come up with a new model because you have researched, you have read on it, and creativity and insight basically comes to you. And when you talk about creativity and insight, there are three things. One is insight evolved over a long period of time And they don't come out of nowhere. Kasi ang inisip natin na upo lang tayo, tapos wow, meron ka ng idea. But during the different, during the process of researching the different journals of Thomas Edison, it is people came up with ideas and insight came out. And it didn't came out just a snap of a second. Probably you realize, ay, nakaroon ako ng idea. It doesn't happen dahil ngayon lang po yan. Marami ka pong inaral, marami kang experiences, and now na kailangan mo ng something, lumalabas po siya. No? So, ganyan po, no? So, according ko, agree is not really a new ideas. It's not, no? Marami pong pinagdaanan, probably hindi mo napansin na nangyari sa buhay mo. And now you are in this season, may mga pinagpag-aralan ka ng previous season, ngayon lang siya lalabas kasi ngayon siya kailangan. So, that's it, no? Insights evolves over a long period. Second, insight comes from combining different ideas. No, just like animals have sex to create offspring, the most creative ideas come through novel combination. And I remember during the pandemic, I had really practically like only one client in the hub. I was in there. I was doing my classes with Master Coach A. I was having coaching with at the time I had an ups. But with Master Coaches mean I was actively studying, because I had the liberty of time, and I see it as a priority. So I was studying, but I was going to the hub, and you know what? Out of that, even if ako lang po mag-isa, most oftentimes in the hub, and I use the hub as a routine, no? Kasi isa lang naman po pupuntang kliyente. I developed so many flavors of shakes. Alam niyo po ba yun, no? Marami po akong na-create. Nagbigay po mayroon po akong tinuro sa amin na 5 flavor. But out of the 5 flavor, I was able to do several flavors. Currently, we have 20 flavors of shake in the hub, 20 combinations of shake in the hub that you can taste. That is because of that insight. It is different ideas. Pero yung framework niyan, yung base niyan, isa lang po. Pero iba-iba po yung combination. So you develop that creativity. And it didn't happen because doon lang yon. It is because I have started, pandemic came in 2020. But I was already doing wellness coaching in 2016. So yung experiences na yun, nagsama-sama na yun, and I was able to come up with something new things in the hub. Now, and thirdly, there are things we can do to accelerate this evolution of ideas in our own mind. There are things we can do to accelerate this evolution of ideas in our own mind. So when you talk about insight mental model, it is not something na parang may albularyo or may it's not magical. It's not something that happened. But I believe also in faith that it can, because pinag-aralan mo yan, so ilalabas yan, tutulungan ka. But what I'm trying to say, it's not packed. It doesn't happen like that, na nakuha mo na lang. No, it is because of how you have lived your life and the many learnings that you got. Now, Robert Wersberg said, how could a person produce something that had no connection to his or her past? First of all, we are organism whose functioning is inextricably tied in our memories. So may memory bank kasi. So it would be highly unlikely that we could turn off the influence of memory on what we do. Also, even if we decided to try to produce something completely different, the only way we could do that is through reference. Magre-reference ka pa rin. Reference to what is already available. That is, in producing the new, we must explicitly reject the old, which means that the influence of the old will be detectable in the new. And I remember Master Coach A saying this to me in a coaching conversation, that even if I have now the wellness coaching hub and I have now life coaching, there is something that can beautifully emerge. So when you talk about insight, it is an emergent of something that you have learned from the past and something that you are experiencing at the present. So isn't it this is really science, no? So it, that's the beauty of being of studying the mental models and really understanding, because you can apply it and you can really rely on it, that it is a product of research and it is science based. This is the beauty of it, no? According to Coach Darber, there are things we can do to accelerate ideas in our mind. Yes. Sabi ni Coach Kulin, wow, kaya pala favorite din ni Coach Marife ang tar. Yes, it is my favorite. Totoo yan, Coach Kulin. I can connect kasi po yung 10,000 experiment rule to every learning that I am getting. Kaya nga po, when you talk about courage, I am not courageous because I'm simply courageous. It is because I am getting the mental models that I've learned and trying to apply it. And if you cannot understand, I go back to Master Coach A and really ask about it. And even the coaches, no, I go to them, the gamily. So insight, according to Coach Lin, insight equals emergent of the past and the present. Agree. Now, so it's a beautiful experience. So Master Coach Jasmine says insight is an emergent from something you've learned from the past and the present. Agree, Master Coach. So what are the 3 steps to insight so that you can experience it? Number 1, build a broad base of knowledge through learning. Like learning, no, like for me, honestly, for me, what are the different, I've been learning since 2019. I never left, no, life coaching. I never left studying because it gave me that sense of courage, that confidence to really pursue my goal. So hindi po siya namamatay, no? The learning continues to fire the things that I want for myself, the vision that I see for myself. So when I started, I say build a broad base of knowledge through learning. One of the things that I have difficulty, especially nowadays, no, with the digital spaces, I'm not really techie savvy. I'm not. So I'm not really into it. But because I needed, no, and I'm very clear of what I want and how to reach the world globally to really get what I want and what I wanted for myself, I really had to learn how to do FB, how to do storytelling, how to, I learned mental models. I listened to entrepreneurship classes of Master Coach A. And, all of these things I do because this is a broad base of knowledge. And I would just simply surprise myself when having conversation with a client. I can be spontaneous when I'm talking to them, explaining things to them. Where is it coming from? It's not coming simply from me because I'm an intelligent person. No, it came from a broad base of knowledge. That's why I can connect and I'm able to facilitate clients. Broad base of knowledge. Hindi ko po iniwan ang pag-aaral. That's why insight can come anytime, especially when I'm down, when I kind of feel like I'm an entrepreneur. I own the Healthy Hub. And whenever I feel down, whenever I kind of feel I need to market more, I need sales, insight mental model comes. And that's one thing that I truly, truly am grateful. The second step to insight is combine that knowledge in a lot of different ways. Combine that knowledge in a lot of different ways. When I started the hub, honestly, when I started the hub, it's just something that you go to, you drink, you lose weight, and then we emerge into becoming a transformation hub where people can be in there and it's a safe space. We created a safe space. We created it to really be able to be a space for people to express themselves. Then we started creating pagpag classes where they can learn so that they have a broad base of knowledge. It becomes also a space for people to rest their body. So we have now karada, no, in our space. And it is also a space, as I've said, to broad base of knowledge. We have now tutorial in the hub. And there are many more coming up. Insight mental model. So it's combining the knowledge in a different way so that we'll be able to, personally for me, so that I can leverage and I can maximize the use of the hub. No? So yun po yung ginagamit. And of course, definitely with all the combination, the third step that you need to do is to select the idea. You select the idea. What do you believe will best work? What is the first idea that you need to do to try it out, to do the 10,000 experiment rule, probably, if that's a mental model that you use. So these are 3 steps to insight. It's not just, as I've been telling you, as I've been explaining earlier, it's not just something out of the blue. It is a combination of your learning from the past and the present that you are in. So that's the insight mental model. No? So This model is something. Now, this model is something that I can see in Decaf Coffee Republic. Master Coach A, the chairman of P165 company that owns Decaf Coffee Republic, is rich with so many experiences in the corporate world. Before she became a life coach, she was in the corporate world, head of marketing of different companies. She was also into IT, head also again of IT. And there are many coaches in here who can attest to that. No, and she's been into the different dynamics of the working force and even in leadership. And so when she got a vision for Decaf Coffee Republic, she got herself immersed into so many learnings. And she asked herself how she can best help, and life coaching is something that came to her. She studied a lot and got herself into the rare but useful profession up until now, and that is life coaching. So if you're one coach or here and you're listening to me right now, you are in the rare. And so you are in the advantage because what you have right now in your hand, the profession that you have in here, is a gold mine, and it's something that you can use to leverage yourself to move towards whatever dreams and aspirations you have in life. So this combined all together by Master Coach, all the learning and everything, Master Coach studies it like really many is into many studies which she actually give to us. Maraming salamat, Master Coach. This combined together brought you Decaf Coffee Republic, who sells not coffee but transformation. This is an insight mental model. This is an insight mental model. Coffee is what people look for in the surface, right? But it's deep. It's in its deeper core. Man wants to become man wants to become. And they get that in Decaf Coffee Republic. That's a beautiful, beautiful experience for me. Now, beautiful, beautiful experience for me. And beautiful example for me for Insight Mental Model. Right? As a case study, you may look at Facebook. No? Look at how it evolves by studying how people reacts to its product. If you're one person na mahilig kang mag-Facebook, no? You look at Facebook right now, it did not remain as it is from way before, right? It has a lot of changes na minsan ako din na hindi naman ako tech-savvy, I have some struggle and I need to ask people, no? But look at it now. It has really evolved, no? From its past experiences and how it will look at the need of the people. A lot of changes have been coming up. You have your meta and even recognizing, meron na sila ngayon pa-recognize your top followers, creating that personalized touch that works on people. Di ba? Meron nang you can recognize these people, give them a shout out. Meron na. Wala naman yan when we started Facebook. All of this, no? This is basically, Facebook understood, no? That people desires to be recognized and appreciated. And they're leveraging that knowledge, no? In the products that they're presenting in Facebook, right? So the question is for you, what do you have? What stored knowledge do you have right now that you can use that is useful and probable and rare? Yeah, rare. And you can research how rare it is so that you can create value in the community. That's Insight Mental Model. All these products of Insight backed with research. So science-based po ito. No? So Robert Weisberg, as I close this conversation, so I hope that you enjoyed this conversation. No? Kasi ganun naman po talaga. No? I mean, learning is an exciting thing if you're open to it. So Robert Weisberg says, the basic assumption that is possible for a truly creative person to produce something that completely breaks with the past is fiction. The basic assumption that is possible for a truly creative person to produce something that completely breaks with the past is fiction. You cannot break out from the past. The past thing that you have learned will... So even if it, kahit gaano po no kapangit yung past, marami ka pa rin pong matututunan that you can combine with what you have right now so that you can come up with a better and much more, how do you call it, updated, user-friendly product in this current in this present in present time. No? So that's the beauty of Insight Mental Model. So maraming salamat po for hopping in with me. I hope that you get to inspire yourself. Try to take a good look at what you have been doing right now. And most probably, It is a product of Insight Mental Model. Emergence. Yes, Master Coach Jasmine. Hashtag, leverage the knowledge. Sabi ni Coach Norris, leveraging the knowledge. Sabi ni Master Coach Jasmine, hashtag emergence. So how have you been emerging yourself so that you stay relevant in this current time? Maraming salamat po for hopping in with me. Thank you for joining us. You can watch the replays of all episodes on the Facebook pages of Decaf Coffee Republic and Life Coach Philippines. For high-definition videos, visit and subscribe to Coach A I Connect YouTube channel. Don't miss tomorrow's episode. Same time, same digital space. Join us again, 12 noon. Don't forget to share your hashtag Pack My Bag moment or your return of insight from this episode. Once again, stay mentally fit, stay alive, and live beautifully. Love, Bamboo. Maraming salamat for hopping in with me.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.